ACLU slams misguided Johnny Depp for refusing to pay $86,000 over Amber Heard subpoenas. They allegedly went through 7,500 documents before providing $2,000 worth of documents to Depp and are thus demanding $86K from the actor to cover the subpoena costs. All right, so ACLU, if you were like me and you were watching the whole trial and even the boring video deposition stuff, we heard testimony from ACLU, and the big issue at that point, and kind of where they were going with the questions, had to do with Amber Heard and the divorce settlement, because she had received $7 million as part of that divorce settlement and had, agreed and stated that she would be donating that to charities, right? So, one of which was ACLU. So turns out she didn't, right? We heard that through the trial, and there was just kind of this back and forth with Camille Vasquez, and she was just saying, didn't you not donate the full 7 million? And then Amber was kind of pushing back, and she's like, well, I pledged it. And so she wouldn't actually just answer the question, which was kind of funny in the moment. But in any case, she didn't actually, donate the full 7 million. So that's kind of where these questions were coming from. But it turns out that Johnny Depp, as part of his case, he wanted to know, did Amber Heard, in fact, donate the full $7 million? And ACLU didn't want to disclose that. Legally, they probably didn't have an obligation to disclose that until they got the subpoena. Okay, so this is a nice little tactic that we have using the law to our advantage in these lawsuits. If, someone who is a non-party to a case doesn't want to provide something that is relevant as evidence for that case, we can send them a subpoena. And we can say, via court order, you have to provide these documents, within 30 days, or you're going to get into a whole lot of trouble. So they had sent a number of subpoenas. And so what ACLU is alleging is that it took an outrageous amount of time. And so, and in fact, let me go to it specifically where they were talking about this. So they go, under New York law, we are allowed to get reimbursement for our expenses to answer subpoenas, which is true, right? So in New York, it basically just says you can seek as a non-party reasonable reimbursement for your reasonable expenses for the time to prepare these documents to respond. So just shy of $100,000. The question is that equivalent or reasonable to, a non-party providing documents? Now, obviously, they're alleging it was a whole lot of documents. I believe that's the case. But, Johnny Depp's attorneys are having trouble with the $86,000 bill. So the ACLU is known to have been reasonable for helping, or responsible for helping her to write her 2019 defamatory Washington Post. And then, my personal opinion, when I was watching the witness testimony from the director of ACLU, he seemed to be trying to kind of help Amber Heard out, which of course, to the extent that someone's donated 3.5 million with future hopes of donating more, I would assume that's probably what you'd want to do. But in any case, they are motioning the court now to say, hey, court, please reimburse our very expensive bill. And Johnny Depp's team is saying, hell no, this is way too much money. And so they're going to duke it out in court. And that's where we're at right now.